with anything, locate the word for you. Locate it. The day is revealed, that will be the end. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. When believers stand fast in one spirit and strive together, they are better equipped and able to stand their ground, withstand the enemy, and be able to maintain the standard of God. Don't be a lone believer. Don't go alone. Don't think you are superhuman. Don't ever think. The Bible speaks, it says, he that thinketh is stand. Take heed. Take heed. Some Christians are too secretive. Some husbands, their wives don't know what they are doing. Some wives, their husbands don't know what they are doing. Secret. The day you fall, nobody will know. Because nobody is aware. You go to meetings, your wife is not aware. Some people travel. They travel, nobody is aware. Please, we must be one. This same doctrine is taught in the fable of a bundle of sticks, told by some villagers. So in the villages, we were told, and it's also a popular saying, say that a bundle of sticks can break easily. If they are, while fasting together cannot break easily. If they tie plenty sticks together, it can't break easily. But if it's only one person's leg can break it. So don't be alone. Don't be a lone believer. Jesus Christ was not alone. He had many followers. Inside that many followers, there were 12 disciples. Inside that 12 disciples, there were these 3. He called, come and pray with me. I am distressed here. The load that I'm carrying is becoming too heavy for me. There was something else that Jesus faced. There was a significant potential to lose track at that road to destiny. That's why he said, Father, if it be possible, take this cup away. Take it away. Matthew chapter 26, which I read 39, 42, and 44. Matthew 26, 39. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, Oh, my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Verse 42, he said, he went away again a second time. I prayed, saying, Oh, my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. And in verse 44, which was the final prayer, at that point he said, and he left them and went away again and prayed the 3rd time, saying the same words. Let me tell you, the sorrow and the deep distress that we have talked about, that Jesus experienced, brought his own personal will to the front burner. He brought his own will. He brought it. Now, if on this journey of experiencing the resurrection power, your will must be brought under subjection. If you cannot, like Jesus, even after praying, he said, this is not, I know it's not about my will. My will is conflicting what you want to do here, but it's not about that. Let your will be done. Can you pray and still submit to the will of God? Like Jesus. Because that's one thing that we must learn how to do. That's one level we must grow to where your will be subsumed with lust. Will you be overridden like a program overriding another one? The will of God must override our will. I want to eat today, but God is telling me to fast. Hallelujah. So that my hunger that wants me to eat must wait. My body, thank God for this testimony today. You see, a lot of people will give up. There will be a lot of excuses. But he was able to say, never. I have something I want to do. Therefore, my body be under subjection. And the testimony will be permanent. Our walk with God must grow to the level of faith where our operation is not guided by what we are seeing and what we are not seeing, but by what God is requiring. Jesus said, this cup is heavy. It is heavy. In fact, it has brought distress. It has brought sorrow. And left for me, I am praying, God, let it pass over. But not my will. Not my will. Not my will. It's your will, Lord. It's your will we are talking about. The one that will glorify you. The one that will carry all these people that devil has put in captivity. The one that is making sin, even sin, to be expensive. That the Ashimalo said before Christ said it's finished, sin was expensive. You know why? You will kill ram, you will kill goat. Anytime you sin, you will go and thank God for Jesus. Now some of us, how many goats can you buy in this present day Nigeria? How many? Some is, those that are rich is a bullock. Who wants to call a bullock? Bullock is castrated cow that will be very big. Just for sin, no. So sin was expensive before Christ came. So Christ knew the value of what you want to do. That's why he said, my Father, my body is saying no. My mind is saying no. Everything about me is working against what you are demanding of me now. But not to my will, not to my will, not to my will, not to my will. Not to my will. This temptation is high, but not to my will. I am tempted to fornicate, but not my will. I am tempted to change these figures in the office, but not my will. There are pressures pushing me. My boss is saying I must do it, but not my will. It's not my will. It's not. So there will always be avenue, opportunity to lose track. There will always be opportunity to derail. But if you are dedicated and committed enough to know that it's not because of what will give you comfort. It's not because of what will satisfy you. It's the will of God. It's the will of God. Jesus speaking in Matthew chapter 7 verse 14. I like the Amplified version. He said, but the gate is narrow. It is narrow. It's not a wide gate. It's contracted by pressure. Scientists know what pressure means. If you want to know example of pressure, is check the tire of your vehicle. That is pressure. And, or your gas cylinder at home. That is pressure inside. If the cylinder is not strong enough, it will explode. If your tire is not strong enough, it will explode. So there is contraction by pressure along our way to destiny, along our way to experiencing the power of resurrection. And the way is straightened and compressed that leads the way to life, and few are those that find it. And I pray for you, you will be among the few. You will be among the few. You will be among the few. Not only is the gate small, it is very difficult to travel by. The destiny we carry, if it must be actualized, you cannot afford to travel by the wide gate. You cannot afford to live by popular opinion. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Jesus admonished, he said, enter through the narrow gate. Enter, you will see the wide one. Many people are passing through the wide one. But as for you, Jesus told us, he said, enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate and broad and easy to travel is the path that leads the way to destruction and eternal loss. Unfortunately, there are many who are trooping through the wide gate. There are many who are choosing the easy way out. There are many. But I pray for you, your case will be different. The other thing we would like to talk about, is that Jesus appeared also to be abandoned by God and men. Along the way, it appeared he was abandoned. It appeared in Luke chapter 22. I love how Luke puts it, but I don't know if we can read from verse 54. And he said, then they took Jesus and led him and brought him into the high priest's house. And Peter followed from afar. Remember, it's only Peter that was even remaining. The rest have run away. And when they had kindled a fire in the midst of the hall and were set down together, Peter sat down among them. And in verse 15, but a certain maid beheld him as he sat by the fire and earnestly looked upon him and said, this was with him. But what did Peter say in verse 57? He said, and he denied. Woman, I know him not. He denied. He that could run, he that could even follow from afar, he denied. And after a while, another saw him and said, thou also of them, thou art also of them. And Peter said, man, I am not. He denied. And about the space of 1 hour, after another, confidently affirmed, saying, of a truth, this fellow, this Peter, also was with him, for he's a Galilean. And insisting, the Bible says, and Peter said, man, I know not what thou sayest. And immediately, while he yet spake, the cock crew. But I want to see what Jesus did. Say, and the Lord turned and looked upon Peter. He was not looking upon Peter with disappointment or with condemnation. He was looking at Peter that I know you wanted to try. But I know the pressure. I understand. You cannot help me. I understand your limitation. That's what the look was for. I understand. I know you cannot. I told you that you will not. You say you can. I have the knowledge that you cannot. So he